The largest bottler in the world is shutting down their two big plants in the United States where they used to bottle Bud Light for Anheuser-Busch. The losses keep staggeringly growing. You remember Bud Light used to be the biggest beer in America until they hired a man to promote their beer. That's the man. That pretty dress and makeup and pearls. That's Dylan Mulvaney, as we know. The largest bottler in the world, Ardagh Group, if I'm saying that right, Ardagh, they're closing two big bottling plants that were making Bud Light for Anheuser-Busch. 600 people are getting laid off. This is the largest in the world. They have 100 plants around the world, and they're going to close one in Louisiana and one in North Carolina because nobody's buying Bud Light. And Bud Light sales have gone off a cliff since April because Bud Light hired that man in a dress to promote their beer to the transgender weirdo community. And then, can I say that? I guess I can. I just did. And so now what's happened is Mulvaney has come out and attacked Bud Light by saying, I should get more support. And the trans community is mad at Bud Light for not defending Dylan more. Not sure what exactly they want Bud Light to do, but I can tell you one thing. Bud Light has lost what, 20 billion now? I'm not Bud Light. I'm sorry. Anheuser-Busch, the owner of Bud Light.
Yeah.
And the CEO and other people have made a number of commentaries like, well, we're America's beer and we don't like controversy. They never mention what they did. They never say sorry.
I mean, they're the ones who created it.
What's that?
They're the ones who created this controversy.
But Americans are very forgiving people. And if they came out and said something like, we really messed up here.
That's true. You know what, Barry? That is 100% true.
We're not trying to promote.
We made a mistake. We made a mistake.
Yeah, we're not working with this guy anymore. We want to sell our beer to everybody. Please buy our beer. Please, 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 please.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right, Barry. If they just came out the first place and said, look, we made a mistake. We brought someone in that was saying that they're coming in with new ideas. These new ideas are not what the American people want. We apologize. We want to get back to just making American beer for American people. We're going to do this XYZ. Well, because they've done this early on, and they wouldn't be having to try to give coupons for people to go take the beer off the shelves, and we'll pay you to go take it, right? They could have just said, look, we're going to give beer away at the next 15 events. It'll be this free beer. We apologize. This is us telling the American people we are sorry. We made a mistake. Help us to correct it. But they don't even do that. They double down, and then they act like they never even did it in the first place. It kind of reminds me the same thing with CNN and MSDNC, how when they get caught in something, they don't even talk about it, act like they never even did it in the first place. Like they never told everybody that President Trump colluded with
Russia.
They kept saying it over and over and over and over again, right? And they won't even come out now and say, we apologize for putting out misinformation, disinformation to the American people. They won't do it. They just act like it never even happened.
Agreed. And if Bud Light stops ignoring this and just says, mea culpa, we screwed up, people will come back.
Yeah, probably would.
And you won't see the beer spoiling on shelves from coast to coast.
Exactly.
I predict the brand may actually eventually just disappear.
I think what they'll probably end up doing, Barry, is Bud Light, the name Bud Light will just go away, and they'll just make the beer and call it something else. Because, people are not going to go until it gets out, until the word gets out that, hey, they just repackaged Bud Light. I'm telling you, if I was Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, that's what I would do. Look, Just retire the name, call it something else, put it back out there. People will start buying it.
You might be right.
Do some advertisement on the new beer. We won't even tell anybody this Anheuser-Busch. We'll go ahead and start a sister company and call it something else, and then have the new beer come out of that, and then people won't know the difference.
Yeah, they could, free advice, call it AB Light, and people will go, okay, let me try it. It has 90 calories and it's less filling.
Yeah. Or, call it, or Americano beer.
There you go.
And people will buy.
And they can compete with the Mexican beers that are now kicking their butt.
Yeah, exactly. I do like a Heineken every now and then.